Hi, it's Marianne again. So, in case you cannot come to October 1st, that Saturday in-person session, I'm actually going to just do the lab right in front of you so that you'll see how this might work with kids. So, the instructional task or the lesson I'm asking you to adapt is a lab. Are double stuffed Oreos really double stuffed? The goal is to determine whether double stuffed Oreos really have double the cream compared stuffing compared to regular Oreos. There's some background information, materials per lab group. Um, and so I have regular Oreos here, and then I have the double stuffed Oreos here. And part one, I need 6 regular Oreos, 6 double stuffed per lab group. So you can decide, kids can work in groups of 2 or 3, it depends. I have an electronic balance here. I have, I don't have a plastic knife, but I have a different, tool that I'm going to use, and I'll show you. The balance is set to grams, so I'm just going to, I say you will be working in pairs for this part of the lab, so I'm going to get 3 regular Oreos right now. And tell kids not to eat the lab. I'm not kidding. Tell them, like, if you want, you can get some other cookies later and give them to them. It says one of you will work with the regular and one will work with double stuffed. That's how it's written. Separate the chocolate cookies from the cream, and the best way is to twist open. And then it says scrape the cream into the plastic cup. I'm going to do it a little differently this year because last year it didn't work like that. So I should have showed you what I did. I actually just scraped it right off using an index card. So, and scrape the cream. So I'm going to use a second, so you can see what I'm doing over here. So I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to twist. Oh, and see, that didn't work as well as the first one. And I'm going to take an index card. And I'm actually going to, before I even start, tear that so that the balance reads 0 grams. This isn't a really good balance because it doesn't go to the point, whatever. This is like a kitchen balance, but your science teachers will have. And then I'm just scraping off the cream using this index card, and that works really well. And I've already teared this index card, so all I have to do is put that back on. And so we're kind of stuck here because, again, I don't have the good balances, but that's reading exactly 3 grams. So mass of the cream, 3. Okay, so I'm going to move that aside. I have to get another Oreo. That's a little better in terms of, tear. Again, this is pretty bad because I don't have to the 10th place, but then try to scrape off whatever I can get here. If everybody has the same error, oh, that's reading 2 grams. That's interesting. Scraping with the knife was an issue last year, so that's why I'm trying this new method. Okay. If the Oreos aren't old, I think, too. The cream seems to come off pretty well. Oh, back to 3. So the data are what the data are. We can't change it. So I have to live with that. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing with the double stuff. 3. those really, oh, nope, that was bad. I teared it before, now tear. Oh. So I can't like give you any hints in terms of like I know in my head what standards and practices this addresses, but that's part of like your task. And what happened last year is people found standards and practices that I didn't even think of. 5 grams for that cream. Stacking up these cookies. Tear. Hmm. So this cream is a little soft. It seems 5 grams again. And last one. Oh, and I'm writing them all in the wrong spot, I noticed on my lab, but that's okay. I'll fix that. Oh, 6 grams for that one. So now I'm going to write them in the right spot. Okay. Now I have to back up to, okay. So I'll give you all these data in a second. The other thing is I was supposed to measure the mass of the cookies. Mass of the chocolate cookies. That's at least what's on this table. 7 grams for the first regular. 7 for the second regular. 6 for the third regular. 7 grams for the first double stuff. I wish I had decimals, but I'm limited by this scale. Okay, so I'll leave it at that. In terms of, you guys can copy down these data if you need them. If you come in on October 1st, we're going to have the better little balances, the jeweler balances that will have a decimal point, and I'll have Oreos for you. So here's some data for you. For mass of the cream for regular, it's 3 grams, 2 grams, 3 grams. And mass of the chocolate cookies for regular, 7 grams, 7 grams, 6 grams. And then for the double stuff, trial 1, 5 grams for the cream, 5 grams for the cream, 6 grams for the cream. And then for the cookies, chocolate cookies, 7, 7, 7. Now, you'll have to read through this, see what's expected of kids. And then for part 2, that was interesting. It's calculate the average volume of the cream in regular Oreos compared to double stuffed Oreos in order to determine the ratio. So this is a little different. So I'm going to take, I should have done that with, I guess, part 1, but so this is looking at seeing if it's really 2-to-1 ratio a little different way. So in this case, it says reveal the cream. So again, I think the twist method works the best. And then using the metric ruler, measure the diameter and height. All right, so the diameter, 3.9. Oh, 3.9 centimeters, so 39 millimeters. And then height of the cream. Jeez. 2 millimeters. I'm only going to do those. Next cookie. Now the cream doesn't always come off perfect, but I'm measuring at the part that is perfect. 4, so 40 millimeters for the diameter of the second normal or regular. And it looks like 2 millimeters again. And then the last regular. Oh, that one came out perfect. 3.8, so 38 millimeters. And 2 again. I mean, maybe it's my eyes. I have old lady eyes. So for the regular Oreos, these are the data. You're the kid, right? So you're going through this as if the students are, so you can see where it needs to be adapted. But so those are the data for the regular Oreos: 39 millimeters, 40 millimeters, 38 millimeters, and then 222. That's the best I can do. Double stuff. 3 more. All right. These are a lot easier to open. Oh, 4.17, so 41 millimeters. Oh, this table got cut in half. 6.5 millimeters height. Oh, I like the way these come apart. These come apart nice. Okay, so Houston, we have our first problem. So where do I measure? See that little blip? I can't point to it. Like up here. I think I'm going to stay away from the blip. So 41, again, millimeters diameter, 6 millimeters high there. And then 40, 5.5. Oh, that's interesting. There's a lot of variability there. Obviously, if the whole class is doing this, you'll get a lot more data and your ratios will. So that's what the data look like for double stuff: 41, 41, 40 millimeters for diameter, and then 6.5, 6, and 5.5. I am going to put 6.0 because I estimated that. For the height of the cream. And using those numbers, you should be able to then complete this lab as if you were a student, and then that will give you the opportunity to make adjustments or adapt it to meet the needs of all learners. And because you have just what I would have given kids. Let's say if this is a real lesson from a math teacher at our school, so um, um, you're going to have to adapt it to meet the needs of all learners, and then also adapt it to meet STEM criteria. That might be a little challenging for you, but uh, there are some interesting ideas that came up previously when we did this. So good luck, have fun, and hopefully I'll see you on October 1st so that we could do this all together.